Hi, my friends. This is Miss Alexander, and today in class, we're going to learn our intentions of being able to learn to write Python code to store a value in a variable in TechSmart programs. You're going to do this with our success criteria, where you can demonstrate how to assign variables with Python syntax using Moth Man for green. You're also going to know it by I can demonstrate success by having my program run without a bug. Let's go look at our program. In this program, we'll assign variables with Python syntax. The air city was home to many giant moths. They were harmless, but they also really seemed to like following Flame around for some reason. Okay, you guys, let's go find out what this is about. We're going to go ahead and run our program and see what we have. Remember, when we're running our solution, it's actually showing us our big picture of what we're going to have to do. So right here, our moths are bouncing up and down. I cannot get him to move. Let's try arrows. Look at that. I need to use our arrows. And look, they all follow him. Can I go up and down? I can go down. Can I go up? I can. Look at that. Can I go diagonally? I can. That's if I hit both arrows. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I've played a little bit. Let's get back to our features. Our features for this program are Flame is controlled with arrow keys. When Flame hits the first moth that follows him, the other moths also follow Flame when hit. The moths go up and down by default. That's actually kind of exciting. Now remember, in the solution, it shows just these features. In this video, also just these features. But you do have some challenges you get to do. You get to do the first challenge when holding the space, Flame gets scared. And then when holding space, the moth turns around. And then when holding space, the moths hold still. So let's go look at our code. Here we go. Right over here is all our stuff we need. Remember, we used to do dialogue where we put everything under each sprite. We now make it into a story, so we put everything in one area. Right here's our solution and our description. Here shows us the features that are in our solution and the video, and then here's the challenges that you'll be working on. Let's keep going, you guys. Right here we start. It says create a new event, so nothing in here yet. While up arrow key is down. So we're going to go over to Code Assist and go into Key and Mouse. While space key is down. We're going to do this when it says up arrow. So that space I can change. So I'm going to go right here to space and change it to up arrow. And it says if flame center Y is greater than 275. So we need our if then, which is a decision. So right here we'll get the if or then, but I read greater than. So right down here, I'm going to grab the greater than. And it's the one with the open mouth first. And then we have flame centers Y's and move up. So this is all motion. So we're going to grab flame center Y. I'm going to grab the my center Y, change it to flame. And then here we're going to write 275 because that's what it says. And then move him up by 100 pixels. So we're going to grab the move me right. We're going to change me to flame. We're going to change it to up. And then 100 pixels. Now, we're in the first section of 4, and we're in the first part of that section. Let's go to the second part. While down arrow key is down, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this, Control C, Control V. I'm going to bring it down, and it says down arrow. So right here, I'm going to click on down arrow. It doesn't look like I need the if then, just the move me. So I'm going to take the if statement and delete it. And we're going to move me down 100 pixels. That works. And that's the second part. Let's go to the third part. It looks like we're dealing with the left arrow. So I'm again going to Control C, Control V, because we're still dealing with the while. But we're doing the left arrow. and we're moving flame left. But we're going to face him left as well. So I'm going to face me right and change me to flame, and then right to left. That works. This is getting exciting. Look at this. Now we're going to do the right. So I'm going to highlight the left, Control C, V, bring it on down, and we're going to change the left to right, and then move him right, and then face him right. Now let's go look and see what happens. We get to test it. We're done with the first part. He moves up and down. Okay, so he's doing everything I have programmed him to do. This is kind of exciting. Let's go to the second part, our second section, add before program starts. So right up here, it says Moth 1 state. So I'm going to do Moth 1 state, Control C, Control V. We're going to have to hit equals. Now remember, string means we use the quotation marks. I'm just going to highlight the quotation marks with the alone, Control C, and then right here, Control V. Now, it looks like I do it 2 more times, but I changed the 1 to 2 and 3. So right now I'm going to Control C this whole thing, Moth 1 state equals alone, Control V, and then right here where it says Moth 1, I can change the number to 2 and 3. And now we're going to do distance. So I'm going to highlight distance, go Control V, equals, and our distance is 200. That's the first part of section 2. Let's go next. Create a new event. Okay. When flame starts colliding with any moth. So we're going to our collision, and we're getting when I start colliding with any. So when I is flame, so we're going to grab flame, start colliding with any, and right here we're going to go moth. We're going to do moth state, Control C, and then over here Control V, equals, and then all I have to do is highlight the quotation marks. Control C, and then right here Control V. And then right here we're going to do Moth 1 distance, Control C, Control V, oh, take out that space, equals distance, because that's what it says, and the value of distance. Now we're going to go back to our code assist and get set distance to distance plus 150. So I'm going to grab our variable. I got to take out the space. I'm going to hit distance, and I'm going to need another distance. See that there? So I'm going to grab the second variable. I'm putting it right there so I can find it. But we have plus 150, so I got to go to math. And then right here, I'm going to grab the add, break my variable down, change it to distance. Sorry about that, you guys. And add it to 150. That looks good. I can do this. We're going to go to the third section. Add to every frame under move moth 1. So I'm going to come up here to move moth 1, and it looks like I have an if statement. Now this if statement looks interesting because I think I read another if statement, but I'm going to work at the top one first. If moth 1 state is equal to following. So I'm going to grab is equal to, and I'm going to bring the following over, and then we're going to go to variables, and we're going to make it moth 1 state. Okay, but look, I do have another if, so I'm going to go back to decisions and grab the other if. And then it says if flame is facing left. So I'm going to go to motion, and right here I have face me right. I need to find the one where it's a puzzle piece. So see this one? I am facing right. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to change the I am to flame. And then he's facing left. And then we're going to face me right, but we're going to say face moth 1 left. So right here, and I'm not making a new one because it's already got it, and we're going to face him left. And now we're going to set moth 1's center X. So we're going to set his center X. I'm going to set center X. We're going to say moth 1 to flame center X plus moth 1 distance. So I'm going to grab a center X, and then we're going to go to math because we need to add it. So right here, we're going to grab the add, and if you notice, now I have the 2 spots. We can do flame center X to moth 1 distance. So I got to go back to variables and grab the variable. And we'll change it to moth 1 distance. Let's keep going to the next section. Oh, add to every frame under move moth 1, modify the inner conditional. So right here, the inner one, we're going to hit this gear and grab the else. Okay, and we're going to face moth. So I'm going to take this, Control CV, and it looks like I need this one also, Control CV. So I'm going to grab this one, and we're going to face him right. And then we're going to grab this one, and we're going to make this a minus sign. Okay, that works so far. Let's go to the last section. Add to every frame under move moth 1 inside the outer conditional. So right here, you guys. So now we're going to set moth 1 center Y to flame center Y. So we're going to go to motion, and we're going to set center Y. And it's underneath under inner. And it's moth 1. And then we're going to add. And because I see this flame center Y, I'm going to quick grab a center Y so that I have it ready. We're going to go to math and grab the addition because again, I have 2 pieces I'm putting together. So I'm going to put in my center Y and change this to flames. And then we're going to get the random number. Here we go, you guys. We're doing a great job. So right here, I'm going to put -50. And then right here, I'm going to put 50. So let's go see if the first moth follows flame. Okay, let's see if he stays there or he goes to the other side. That's good. Okay, let's go to the next part, you guys. We're now on 3rd section with 4 parts. So I'm going to go right down here. Oh, look, it looks the exact same as this except for the moth. So I'm going to go ahead and Control CV. And that's so that I don't have to go into every section. And all I have to do is change moth to moth gold. And then moth 1 to moth 2. I can do this. And then everything looks the exact same. We're going to go to the next part of section 3. Oh, we're going back up to here. And you know what? It looks the exact same. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything. Control C, Control V. And then I'm going to put this underneath moth 2. Okay, my computer, there we go. I'm going to take that space out. And then right here where it says, see mine says moth 1, here it says moth 2. So I'm going to change this to moth 2. Flame is right here, moth 2. I'm just changing all the moth 1s to moth 2 because that's what we're working with. And even in our distance, we got to make sure we do the right distance. And if you want, you're more than welcome to go into every little section to find all these again, or you can copy and paste like I'm doing. So I did that and I set this. That's good. Let's go to our 3rd section. We're going to create a new event. Oh, look, it looks the same, but we're doing Moth 3. So I'm going to go Control C, Control V. I'm going to go ahead and bring it down. Give my computer just a little time to catch up. Right here, I'm going to go Moth Big. And then here on 2, I'm going to change it to 3. Okay, so far so good. Let's go to the next part of 3, and it looks like it's this up here. So I'm going to take the Moth 2 and Control C, Control V. Let my computer catch up, let it come over. I'm going to scroll down just a little. I'm going to bring it, and I want to put it underneath Moth 3. So again, we need Moth 3 state and not Moth 2. So we're going to click here. Okay, we're going to give my computer just a little time to catch up. We're going to Moth 3, flame is right. Here, Moth 3. Here, Moth 3. And then right over here, the distance, we need Moth 3 distance. So I'm going to quick make sure I get both Moth 3 distances and then change the Moth 2s to Moth 3s. I know, a lot of Moth. So now that we've done that, we get to test it to see if all 3 of them follow. And this is the end of the 3rd section. Let's hit play and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and just walk straight across to see if they all start following. Look at that. They are. And I'm going to go the other way. Are they still following? Doesn't matter which way I go. Sure does. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Let's go to the 4th section and see the last part of our video. It looks like I have 5 parts in the 4th one, and it looks like we're doing add to before program starts. So I'm right up here. I'm going to take float speed. I'm highlighting it. Control C. I'm going to come over here to distance and Control V equals 50, you guys. That works there. And I'm going to hit go next. Add to the every frame under Move Moth 1, modify the outer conditional. So we're going to go ahead to the outer conditional, and we're wanting to add in an else. So I'm going to grab the else and connect it. Apparently I need to give my computer some time. Okay. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to quick pause the video and see what's happening with my computer. Oh, never mind. There it goes. So we're going to click out, and we're going to move Moth 1 down by float speed. So I'm going to go ahead and go to motion. My computer's lagging just a little, but that's okay. We're going to take it step by step. We're going to move me down. I'm going to pause, be right back. Okay, you guys, I ended up restarting the program. Let's see what happens. It's asking us to add the else. So I'm going to grab this and grab the else. See, now it's working. That's good. We're going to go back to our code assist and go to motion and grab move me. It says move me right, but instead of me, we want to change it to Moth 1. Okay, breathe. So right here, Moth 1, we're going to go to variables because we need float speed. So I'm going to grab the variable. We're going to change it to float speed. There we go. Okay, let's go to the 3rd section. We're going to do it again for that. So I'm going to Control C it. We're going to go to else and bring it over. And then Control V. And then we're going to change this so that it says Moth 2. Give it some time. I'm not too sure what's going on, but the further we get into these programs, the harder it seems to work. Okay, you guys, we are now looking for Moth 2. There we go, Moth 2. So let's keep going. We're in our third one. We're doing the same thing right here. So I'm going to grab the else, and then I'm going to Control V. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and put it in. I'm not too sure what's going on, you guys, but please be patient with me. Okay, you guys, I finally got the moth in, and we got to change it to Moth 3. Let's go to the last section, create a new event. So we're going to come all the way down here to timing, and it says every 2 seconds. So right here, I'm going to get the every blank seconds. We're going to change it to a 2, and we're going to set float speed to negative float speed. So right here, 2. Okay, we got to give my computer a little time to catch up, I guess. I do not know what's going on, you guys. Okay, it went in, and right here we're going to put 2, and now we're going to go to variables and set our variable. I'm going to put it right there, and we're going to set float speed, but it's negative float speed, so I'm going to go ahead and grab another variable, but we need to go to math. Got to give it a little time. Okay, you guys, we're going to go and grab to math. No, we are not. Okay, you guys, we made it to math, and we needed the negative. Remember, it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and negative. So I'm grabbing the negative and connecting it. And now I'm going to grab the variable. Okay, you guys, I'm grabbing the variable. I'm grabbing the variable to put it in, and now I've lost it. I just need to get through this one little section. I'll be right back. Hey, you guys, I had to restart everything, but I'm hoping we can get through this last little section. I have my variable here. We're going to go ahead and put it in, and we're going to change it to float speed. Now let's test it out. Oh, look, they do just float around up and down. That's kind of cool. That's cool. Now that we've done that, we're going to take a break, take a breath. I understand. I'm thinking TechSmart after a while gets a little wonky because I've been struggling myself with it at the end. I'll contact them, let them know, see what's going on. But as you're doing this, take a breath. It's okay. Remember, it's okay to struggle, have fun with it, and remember to smile, giggle, and wiggle. I'll talk to you later. Bye.